Okay, so boom, y'all already know what time it is. You are now tuned in with your guy, Big Joe and Lil Joe, man. And I ain't even finna just do no long introduction, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this, if you ain't on my daddy YouTube page, go check it out. It's Doing Time with Joe, that's DOIN. And if you can't find it in the description, just get in the comment section and say, I need the link, and I'll send it directly to you. Me and my daddy were just having a conversation about a video that I put up yesterday in the membership, but I put the whole one up today called The Junkie Barber. And I don't want to get into the conversation that we were having, but Daddy, you were just saying you would want somebody to do that for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you carried a lot of shame. Go ahead.
Yeah, the reason I say that, boo, is because, I've done a lot of stuff in my time. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff that was wrong to people and things like that. And when those moments hit, I would want somebody to see my humanity, to see me and not the murderer. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Right.
And a lot of times that's not what you get. So when you have that opportunity, it's kind of like I'm trying to, I want to do something good. I want to do something right for somebody, and maybe it'll rub off on me. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe somebody will see me and do, return the favor to me. It's like paying it forward, man. You got to be the change you want to see. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just putting it out there, man. Yeah, you want to do good stuff, man. And especially when you've been. When you've lived the lifestyle that I live, you know what I'm saying, and all the things that come with that, and you want to try to clean it up. When you feel dirty, when you get dirty, you feel dirty, man. You want to try to get clean, and that's just one of those things. When you see an opportunity to be able to help somebody, do it.
Right.
Just do it.
And what age? Around what age do you feel like you started to mature to the point of where you started thinking like that?
Oh, man, wow. It was in my mid-30s, honestly, man. I remember, man, when I called home and granted, my grandmama, you know what I'm saying, she told me, she said, well, me and you became grandparents at the same age, and I didn't catch what she was saying, right? And I remember when Samara was born, I was 36, if I'm not mistaken, right? It was about that time, man. I remember that. You know what I mean? I started to see things different, wanted to do things different because I really hate to say this, you know what I'm saying, but I still want you to hear this, is that, I knew I had messed it up with you in Montreal. You feel what I'm saying? I had messed it up, and I wanted to get it right with her. I guess that's why anytime she would ask me something, I wouldn't say no.
Right.
Not to say that you're supposed to do that, but it's just, it was about that age. It was about that age, man, where it's like, man, get it right.
Yeah.
You know what the right thing to do. Get it right. You know what I'm saying? And,
most people, and then most people don't extend the grace and mercy, you know what I'm saying, that they really, or understanding that they want for themselves to other people, man. And even in the story, I was explaining how, sometimes we let our habits override our purpose, and most people don't be understanding that sometimes you being used by the Most High, and you ain't even understanding you being used. When kindness is being demonstrated like that, and patience and understanding is being demonstrated like that, you being used, but at the same time, you probably don't even realize you being used, man. And then that opens the eyes of an individual of something that they've been not even realizing what they had in themselves and what they could do themselves. It's a life changing situation. Getting them clippers that's just like a person asking for help, and you can ask a person for help and they can give you help, and that can be enabling the person versus giving them the tools that can help them survive forever. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But sometimes, boo, you have to let me put this the right way. Sometimes you have to be a mirror for somebody before they can look out the window.
Right.
And what I mean by that is this, dealing with him, putting that mirror up, receiving that help from somebody that he can look at. At this time, I'm a drug dealer. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a gang member. I'm doing all of these things. So I'm that mirror. He's looking at this person that is just as flawed, and this person is saying, you better than this. You can do this. Let me help you. Let me help you do this. Let me help you do that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And once he was able to see that in the mirror, see that reflection of himself, and being able to understand that you got help coming, now he can look out that window and see beyond those things that, have been defining his life. Like you say, those habits. You know what I mean? And that applies to, all of us, whether we have a habit habit of using drugs, or we have a habit of mistreating people. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if that makes any sense.
And then, cause I ain't gonna hold it on. I just knew that conversation was getting good, so I just pulled over on the side of the road, and I knew where it was gonna go. I didn't want to miss it, but I know you just dropped the story, the Officer Pipeline, and I was thinking about it, cause I listened to some. I ain't finished listening to all of it yet, cause I'm familiar with the majority of the story, but
right.
Most people think that inmates only bringing drugs in through their family members. Some people are aware that the officers bringing it, but that's the majority of where the money is coming from. And in this story, I believe it was somebody that got out. And what was it?
Yeah, he had gotten out, right? And but he was making money in here. He was seeing how the money was being made here, all of that, right? And he wanted to make sure that he was able to keep that going for himself.
Mm-hmm.
But to do that, once you get out of here, you could have ties to people in here, but let's be real. A lot of those ties in here, they don't always pan out, because once, it's out of sight, out of mind. You send something in here, they come with all the stories saying that the pack didn't get straight, this, that, and the third, right? So this individual, he wanted to make sure he was dealing with some individuals that he would see or could see on a daily basis. So he finessed two of the officers that worked here. You know what I'm saying? Well, not at this facility, this was another one. But he finessed two of the officers, right?
Yeah.
And having a relationship with them and everything, to the extent, he giving them what they want. They females, you know what I'm saying? So
it's another form. It's another form of it's another form of pimping.
Oh, ain't no question. It's pimping hard, right? But here's the thing, it's another form of pimping, bro. But they were willing.
Yeah.
Because everybody was eating.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like they got what they wanted. You can say what you want to say about the pay and all this and that, right? But somebody tell you they're gonna give you $1,000. You know what I'm saying? For one day's work. All you gotta do is get past this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what went down.
Right.
And that's how it goes. And now, so he was able to benefit from that and manipulate that and finesse them, and they were all into it too. But you know how it always goes. Everybody that think they know the game don't know the game.
Right.
So they getting in a little too deep, and somebody in here, peeping the move, because everybody ain't slow.
Right.
They peep the move.
Right.
They see what's going on. Because somebody ran their mouth a little bit too much. I just tell that story, about how he was able to set that pipeline up and eat for a good piece of, a time and make him some money, man. I would hope that a lot of people go check that out so you can get a real understanding of how things really go down in here, a part of a real understanding anyway, right? Because it ain't just what they want you to believe. It ain't just about your family coming through the VG. It happens here and there, but the majority of it, walking through the gate. It's one thing I always say, man. They don't give us no furloughs to go out on the town and come back up in here. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
The people that work here, they leave every day and they come back the next day. So why wouldn't that be the route that they would focus on? You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you another reason I wanted to do that episode like that, man, because right now I know we got a whole lot of problems going on up in these places, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I look back at all the stuff that I knew about and the stuff that I did. And it's bad.
Yeah.
It's worse as it's ever been, man. I'm telling you, I don't think people out there really understand how bad it is in here, man. But
I don't think so neither. I don't think so neither, man. I know it's 10 times worse than what it was. I had my moments in there, but now when my partners and them be calling me and what they explaining now as far as how the drugs done came through, the lack of the short on staff, the food, the shortage of the commissary, like everything is different.
Yeah. It's bad. It's bad, man. It is really bad. And it's really hitting, man. You will be surprised, dude. I'm telling you. Well, you would be surprised because you've been here. But, back in the day, man, you had certain drugs that white people did, certain drugs that black people did. That's just what it was.
Right.
Not no more. It's anything goes. Whatever they can get their hands on to get that high, man, they doing it, man.
Yeah.
They're doing it.
Yeah, that's what he told me, man. And he said, and then where they at, he said he ain't. I said, so I was thinking about it, and I was talking to him yesterday. I said, man, so when the last time you been outside? Man, he had to pause and think. He said, man, Joe T,
ain't none of that.
He said, man, Joe T, he said, man, I'm pale as ever. He said, man, I can't even remember the last time I've been outside. They don't even go to the
ain't none of that. Nah.
Yeah.
You don't get that, man, because at the end of the day, at these other places, man, when it pop off, everybody locked down.
Yeah.
And you might stay locked down 2 or 3 months, man. They'll feed you, let you take a shower here and there. But that's that on that. The solution for these people when it comes to stuff like that, man, is to lock us down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not focus on, they try to focus on how it was coming in, but they can't get them.
Right.
They can't get them.
Yeah.
They can't get them.
Yeah, he said it's bad, man. Ain't nothing for him to do. Ain't no incentive. Ain't no going to the gym. The only thing it is to do is fight, stab each other, and do drugs. That's it.
That's it. That's the wreck. That is the wreck.
Man,
everybody frustrated, but I'm gonna tell you this. Imagine if it's bad like this, right? Everybody on that dope. Imagine if they couldn't get it, because at this point, everybody's addicted to these other places, right? I'm fortunate enough to be at a place where it's not like that. I'm gonna just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? But I've been at those places.
Right.
I've been there. I know what it is.
Right.
And imagine them without that dope. Imagine that.
Right.
It'd be like zombie world, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You can't get somebody off of dope, boo, by locking them down.
You can't.
Throwing them in the hole.
That's how they.
Work.
That's how they ODing down there. They locking them down, keeping them in the cell 4-5 days. They sliding it under the door, and it's even worse. And then he told me, man, he told me how they feeding them. He said, 'cause they short on staff, they can't even call child for them to go to the child house. He said they bringing they bringing the food in the cages, bringing it in and popping the doors. These people ain't even eating. They ain't even serving it dough for dough. They just bringing it in, telling them the food in, and expecting a honor system for everybody to get.
That don't work. That don't work. That don't work. And then I'm gonna tell you another thing. I don't know if he told you this right, but they started. That's another hustle that's coming into play in the penitentiary now, where you getting charged to eat your tray. You feel me? When they bringing this food and dropping it off in the pod, everybody ain't getting to eat, man.
No.
Everybody ain't getting to eat.
No.
Everybody ain't getting to eat. If you ain't paid, you ain't gonna eat that tray. And if you eat that tray and not paid, guess what? As soon as them dogs come, they gonna come get you, man. And it's not a game, man. It's not a game.
Yeah, it's bad.
In a lot of these places, you gotta pay to use the shower, you gotta pay to use the phone, you gotta pay to eat your meal. Other than that, don't get it, man. You know what I mean? And
you gotta pay. In South Central, before my guy left them down there, they were charging them folks to sleep in a cell that they assigned to. If not, they making them sleep outside on the rock.
Oh yeah. You better not go in there. And that fear will make you do that. That's why I say these drugs, you know, again, like I said, that's why I wanted to talk about that police pipeline. It is important for them to understand that they got to do something. If they don't do something about it, it's gonna keep getting worse and worse and worse. I think it's already too late, honestly. But at the end of the day, unless you get real serious about it, but there ain't no playing in here no more, man. It wasn't no playing then. It's really serious now, man. And the number one group, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. The number one group, I was just looking at one of my shows before I came down here. The head of the DEA was talking about the number one group that's affected by this fentanyl and these opioids and all this stuff is black people.
Yeah.
33% per 100,000. Then it's Hispanic people, like 27% per 100,000. Then it's white people, 19% per 100,000. But another thing that they talked about where a lot of people ain't paying attention from the just a few years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago when this fentanyl first hit, that year that it hit, they arrested 400 and some odd people for it, right? By this year, they've arrested over 2,000 people for selling drugs with fentanyl in it, right? But here's the kicker. 40% of those people that are being arrested, listen to what I'm going to tell you. 40% of those people that are being arrested for selling opioids are people of color.
Right.
40%. We're repeating the same things that we repeated that we did during the crack cocaine epidemic. You see what I'm saying? It's just a different drug now. It's just a different drug.
Wow.
They think that this more punitive measures are going to work versus getting people help. They're not going to work, man. You can't lock everybody up. You can't put everybody in the penitentiary and think that this is going to solve the problem. You just can't.
Nah.
You can't.
Well,
it ain't going to work.
Well, look, check this out. Y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all go check out my daddy YouTube page, Doing Time with Joe. That's DOIN. And if you can't find it, just get in the comment section. I'll send the link straight to you, man. It's been cool. We kicking it with y'all. Pops, you got something you want to say before I roll?
Man, look here. Like always, man, I appreciate all of y'all, everything out there that you do for me, all the support, man. And I don't know, I'm going to let you tell them, you know, what we got planned later on. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you tell them about it when you get around to it, right? We got some things planned for y'all. And I hope you really enjoy what we got coming. I'm going to let Boo tell y'all what that's all about when he get around to it, all right? Peace y'all. I love y'all.